Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do a TBR video. In July, there are two readathons happening and I really want to participate in both of them. The very first one is called the Koreadathon and it is hosted by Monica and Chloe. The second readathon that is happening is the Reading Rush and is hosted by Ariel and Riley. Firstly, let's talk about the Koreadathon because it is happening from July 6th to July 12th. It's actually starting tomorrow because I know that this video will go up on Sunday, July 5th. If you don't know, this readathon, the purpose is to basically celebrate Korean books and Korean culture. So there are 5 reading challenges and then there are 2 life challenges. Let's quickly talk about the life challenges because it's pretty simple. The first one is make a Korean recipe. So I'm planning to make japchae with my mother. I made japchae in the past with my boyfriend, but I would love to make it with my mom because I never really cooked with her. So that is the plan for next week. And then the second challenge is watch a Korean drama / film. I'm going to watch Train to Busan. I'll have like the picture right next to me, so I am very excited about that. I've been meaning to like watch that movie for a very long time, so hopefully I can watch it with my boyfriend on Netflix party. So that's the goal for next week, and yeah, I'm very excited to watch that film. Now let's talk about the reading challenges. So like I've said, there are 5 of them. The very first one is read the group book. We're going to read The Silence of Bones by Jun Her. This book is historical fiction and mystery, so basically it follows our main character and she is involved in this murder mystery. She gets close with the inspector, but then of course things get really messy when the inspector becomes the prime suspect of the murder. So she's trying to figure things out, and that's all I know. I've heard like great things about this book. I am kind of curious about this because I was not planning to read this book at all because I never read books like this, like murder mystery, thriller. I'm not sure if this is thriller or not, but you know, I don't read books from that genre. So of course I am very excited to read something out of my comfort zone for this readathon. So yeah, I'm very happy to be reading this book. The second challenge is read a book translated from Korean. So I chose Please Look After Mom by Shin Kyuk-suk and it's translated by Ji Young Kim. Basically, this book is about how this family is trying to look for their mom because she just disappeared in this subway station. So that's all I know about this book, and I've heard that like the family members are like learning new things about the mom. So yeah. The third challenge is read a book with a person on the cover. So I chose Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. So of course there is 2 people on the cover. First of all, I love the spine because it's rainbow and that is everything. All I know is that it deals with a Korean pop star. We have someone named Lucky and then we have someone named Jack, and basically they meet and I don't know, I guess they will fall in love. So that's all I know about this book. I cannot wait to read this book next week. The fourth challenge is read a book featuring a diaspora Korean character. I chose Frankly in Love by David Yoon because I've had this book for like a few months now. So this is actually an art copy that Sandy gave me. I cannot wait to read this book because I've heard like amazing things about this. I am cautious because I know that there's cheating in this and I don't like cheating in books in general, but hopefully it will be good because the Korean presentation is like really amazing. So if you don't know, this book is about our Korean American main character named Frank. His parents want him to date a Korean girl, however his girlfriend is white, so he fake dates this Korean girl because they both want to like have their own dating lives and they want to date other people, but in order to get their parents off their backs they decide to fake date each other and eventually they fall in love, I think. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard like there's cheating in this. It's very complicated because Frank does not tell his girlfriend about this fake dating thing that he's going to do. I'm very hesitant to read this book, but still I want to give it a try because I've heard like amazing things about this, so I cannot wait to read this. The last challenge is read a book with Korean mythology. So I am rereading Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. So I'm planning to listen to the audiobook because I really want to play Pokemon. So I'm going to be playing my Pokemon game. It's like right here. I'm currently playing Emerald. If you don't know, this is the Game Boy. So it looks like this. And then I have the Emerald game in here. So I'm planning to play Pokemon while listening to the audiobook because I already annotated my copy. So I think this is just like a better way to read the book. So if you don't know, this book is about a Gumiho, Mi Young, and then a boy named Ji-hoon. Basically, Gumiho, they're like nine-tailed fox. They have to consume men's energy in order to stay alive. The beginning of this book, she gets into a fight with this goblin to protect Ji-hoon, and she lost her fox speed and she needs that in order to stay alive. This book is great, okay? I love this book so much, so I am very excited to reread this book. And I know that the second book, or like the companion novel, is coming out in August, so I am reading this book to prepare for the sequel. So those are the 5 books that I am planning to read in 1 week. My mind. Before I forget, I will show you the spread right now. So this is what it looks like. I did this a few days ago and I love it so much. I did like a Pokemon theme in July because I'm obsessed with Pokemons. Here I have the reading challenges, I have the live challenges, and then I have like the information, and at the end of the week I'm planning to write down the total pages read for the readathon. So very happy with this. And now the next readathon is called the Reading Rush, and this is taking place from July 20th to July 26th. There are 7 reading challenges, and there's like a group book that I will talk about at the end. But then throughout this entire week there are like multiple video challenges, Instagram challenges, and Twitter sprints. So it's like very fun, and it happens once a year, so I highly recommend watching the video that is uploaded like I think a few weeks ago. So I will have all of the information down in the description box below. The very first reading challenge is read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. So I was born in February. My birthstone is an amethyst, so it's, you know, purple. I have chosen Stardust by Neil Gaiman because I need to read this book. So this was gifted by my boyfriend like last year, I'm pretty sure, like last summer. The thing is, I read all of the books that he has given me, okay? But when it comes to this book, I've been putting it off for like quite a few months. This is like a love story, and it's about Tristan and Victoria. Yeah, it's like a love story. It's pretty short. I did start this book 6 months ago, but I put it down because I was busy. So yeah, I'm very excited about this because I have never read anything by Neil Gaiman, and I feel like he's a pretty popular author. The second reading challenge is read a book that starts with the word duh. The book that I have chosen for this is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I've heard like amazing things about this book a couple of years ago. I've had this copy for a real long time, so I feel like I need to read this immediately because it's been like 2 or 3 years, I don't know. But I know that this book is about rape culture and it's from different perspectives, and honestly I cannot sit here and tell you the characters because when I read the synopsis on Goodreads, I was just like, what is going on? So there are so many characters and they're all like related to each other in a way. All you need to know is that this is about rape culture. The third challenge is read a book that inspired a movie you have already seen. Let me get it. Let me get the DVD, okay? Oh my god, I have the DVD, guys. If you don't know, my favorite movie of all time is Your Name. I've watched this movie multiple times, like at least 5 times, and I'm very grateful that I have the DVD. So thank you, Jonathan, for giving me this for my birthday. And if you don't know, there is a manga. And I have it, okay? I have this and I'm so freaking excited. I believe there are 3 volumes and I cannot wait to read this. So this is volume 1. The boy is Taki and the girl is Mitsuha. Basically, Mitsuha lives in this rural area in Japan. She just doesn't want to live there anymore. She just wants like a different life. Basically, she and Taki switch bodies. That's all I'm gonna say. There's literally so much, okay? But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm so happy that I get to read this book. My dog is barking right now, holy shit. But yeah, I'm so freaking happy that I get to read this book during the reading rush, and I am planning to continue with the trilogy, I guess, because there's only 3 books. I love the movie so much, so like I have no problems honestly reading the manga. So yeah, I'm planning to read this. So excited, and I highly recommend the movie, okay? It's so good. I'm pretty sure you can watch it on Amazon Prime. I think you have to pay for the rent, but it's fine. It's worth it. It's worth it. The next challenge is read the first book you touch. I don't have anything written down because of course I want to do this on camera. This is my TBR shelf and I have like a lot of books that I really want to read. I think this is a pretty good angle, so I think I'm going to close my eyes and choose one of the books from this cube. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And oh my god, Miko, my dog, stop barking. Holy shit. Okay, I chose this one. What is this? What is this? I'm trying to guess before I open my eyes. Okay, I don't know. Oh, snap! I did not remember this being here. Holy shit. So this is Interment by Samira Ahmed. I did not expect to get this book. Whoa, I kind of match with the cover. The red, black, and white. Anyway, so this book is really dark because it deals with, like I said, Islamophobia, and basically the government is like, yeah, Muslims are a threat. So Layla and her parents are suddenly taken from their homes and forced into an internment camp for Muslim American citizens. So that's what this book is about, and I believe she's like trying to get out of the camp. Oh my god, this is thicker than I thought. It's like 400 pages. Ah, shit. Okay, so I think I will try to find an audiobook for this. I've had this for like a year, so it's a good thing that I chose this book randomly. So yeah, very excited to read this book. The next challenge is read a book completely outside of your house. The goal is to listen to this audiobook because I really want to listen to this audiobook. I will get to it, I promise. The goal is to read this book or listen to this book while playing Pokemon on my back porch, because on my porch there is a table, so I can just sit there and listen to the audiobook while playing Pokemon. That sounds really fun. The book that I am planning to listen is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. I've heard amazing things about this book from everyone. If you don't know, this is a memoir about the author. I'm very excited about this book. Like I've said, I've heard amazing things. So yeah, I'm just gonna be listening to the audiobook because I prefer to listen to nonfiction books. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. And of course, I cannot wait to play Pokemon on my back porch. The next reading challenge is read a book in a genre that you have always wanted to read more of. Earlier, I've said that I never really read books in like the horror genre, thriller, mystery, all that fun stuff because it's just not my thing. But I'm going to read this book because I've had this for 2 years probably. It is Night Film by Marisha Peso. My plan is to start this book at the very beginning of the readathon, so I will just like read a little bit each day, and then hopefully by the end of the week I will be done with this book. So all I know about this is that it's about this guy named Scott and how he really wants to investigate further into this murder mystery. There's this girl named Ashley Cordova and she is dead, like she's found dead in Manhattan, and turns out her father is this famous director. And yeah, that's all I know about this book. Very excited to read that book. The last challenge is read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. So I live in America. The only book that I can think of is Wildcard by Marie Lu because I read Warcross by Marie Lu in May and I really enjoy it. If you don't know, that book is taking place in Japan for like the majority of the time. So of course, when I think about this challenge, I was like, oh, Wildcard, the sequel, because I'm pretty sure that it will be taking place in Japan for the majority of the time. So I'm very excited to continue with this series because there are only 2 books. Technically this is like the final book. I'm just excited to finish the duology because I'm very bad at finishing series, okay? I always start like a bunch of series but I never just finish it. So I'm very happy to just read this book and then be done. So yeah, very excited to read Wildcard. And then of course this is like the group book, so this is optional but I really want to read it once I found out what the book is. It's called Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. So this book came out December 31st of 2019. Isn't that funny? I want to read you the synopsis because it's like really short. It's on Goodreads. Once I read it, I'm like, okay, I really want to read this book now because it sounds just important like nowadays because of what's going on in the world. So this is me reading you the synopsis. In the midst of a family crisis one late evening, white blogger Alex Chamberlain calls her African-American babysitter Amira, asking her to take toddler Briar to the local market for distraction. There, the security guard accuses Amira of kidnapping Briar, and Alex's effort to right the situation turned out to be good intentions selfishly mismanaged. I am very interested in reading that book, so that's basically it. Wait, before we go, I will show you my spread for the reading rush. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, we have Ivysaur, Apom. Here I have the reading challenges, and then of course at the end I have total pages read. At the end of the week I will write down how many pages I have read that week. So I am very happy with everything. That's basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.